Welcome back, guys. Okay, we're going to remove this here door lock assembly, but let me show you what, here's the service manual for the Volkswagen Jetta. If you look right here, this is for the rear doors. Now what I don't like about this is, let's say that I want to remove this here inner door panel. Alright, what do we need to do step by step to take this off? Well, look through there. You don't see anything that tells you that procedure. In fact, you don't even see window regulator. You see about how to take the door off, how to adjust it, how to remove the handle lock assembly, how to take the windows out, and then it talks about door seals. So it's kind of like, I guess the information is here, but it's not in any kind of order. So I go over here, dock lock removal. Okay. Now the window, it says the window regulator, door glass, door speaker, and door lock are secured to the door assembly carrier. That's what Volkswagen calls this inner door panel. Now the door lock can only be removed after the door assembly carrier is removed. There again, they don't give you no step-by-step instructions to tell you what does it take to get that out. Now additionally, the rear door window and the rear quarter window frame must also be removed for sufficient clearance indoor to remove the lock unit. Okay, then the step says, okay, take off the trim. That's the outer door panel. Then it says remove the lock cylinder. Okay, so we go to the door handle removal section. Alright, now we come back over here. Let's find that section. So here's the door handle removal section. So we pull the seal away. Alright, there's a screw in here. T20, I think it is. Now we take the screw, we loosen it up. Now we slide this here piece right here off. Alright. Now I guess at that point that's where we stop, where we pull the lock cylinder out. And then of course after that, then it goes on down, and now we're talking about the door handle. So we stop there. That's what I'm going to do. Now the next thing says remove the door window, window guide on the quarter window frame and quarter window frame as described above. Okay, so where do we go for that? Now you got to go back. Now you see you got to go in here to find removing and installing. Well, we kind of already done this. We done this with the spreader, done that. So it looks like we start right here. Now it looks like I can actually get this thing out, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this procedure, pulling the window out, because it looks like maybe I have to have the thing out once I get the door lock assembly mounted back to the carrier to be sure to get this thing back in. In any event, you guys will see how to take the window out, and this here window frame guide. So we're just going to kind of follow this here procedure. I haven't never done this, so, and I just want to show you the manual that it just bounces all over the place trying to pick up the information that we need. Okay, so it's pretty much a mess. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and get this lock assembly, get it out. Alright, to remove this assembly right here, now they call it a lock cylinder, but I believe it's just a dummy cylinder that's fitting inside the door lock, you know, like a slot that's in the door lock assembly. So anyway, that's what we're going to try to remove. So come back here, find your door seal right in this area, pull this out, you'll see there's a little plug. Now get you a T20, okay, Torx screwdriver. You can forget about trying to put a socket up in there, because this is what you're going to need. Now this thing is probably, I know you probably ain't going to see that, but it's about 1.5 inches. Maybe it's about 1 inch, I guess. Yeah. Gold looking colored screw. So I'm going to put this thing in there. Okay. Now the manual says only turn this thing back far enough to the point where it'll stop. Now if we go any further, it says a mounting clip will fall down inside this door. I have not felt any stop, so maybe this thing will just keep going. So I don't know. They don't feel good right there. Like I said, somebody could have been in here before. Okay, now I'm going to hold the door open. I'm going to take a little screwdriver. I'm going to go down a little bit down in here. Oh yeah, it's coming out. I think it's already broke. Alright, now we're going to take this here, slide it straight out. Yeah, so it's just a dummy, okay? But they call it a lock cylinder. Alright, let's put it in. Okay, if you can see this part right here. By the way, we got the lock cylinder out. Isn't that what the manual said? But obviously, and that's where I stopped. Now look, and you see this here spring clip. This spring clip, you can see, is going back into the door lock module, and it's connected here to the door handle. See? Little cable. So we're going to try to get this here out. See if we can't pop this thing out of there. Okay. Alright. That was easy enough. Alright. Next step, I'm going to take this glass out. So I'm going to take all this tape off. I'm going to lower the glass all the way down. I'll catch you guys in the next shot. Hi guys, I got the window down, and if you look right here, here's our frame guide rail. Now you can see this thing is right there in front of, I don't know if you can see the door lock module assembly back here in the back, but it looks like that's why they want you to take all this stuff out. Take the glass out, take this out. And this here bracket, as you know, that mounts to the door lock assembly, we're going to pull all this out. And by the way, just so you get a shot of the hole down here in the window, it looks like a fairly good old size hole there, maybe ½ inch, possibly 5/8 of an inch in diameter. So that's what we're going to work on next, getting the window out. Alright, this rubber seal, get up here near the top, grab hold of it. Pull it out of the guide. Okay. Now, the manual shows that this is like it will stop up here and this whole piece will fall down. But it's actually going around here. But that's good enough. Let's just leave it like that. What you want to get access to is you'll see a little plastic insert in here. It's got a little catch. We'll be lifting that up a little bit later to slide this here, slide this guide out. Now, there's a bolt behind this here plug, this rubber plug. So go ahead and take this rubber plug out. Alright guys, now this bolt, it's a hex head bolt. Looks like a 10mm. Now it's up in there. Now if this bolt falls, I cannot tell if it's going to fall all the way down. It looks like this molded back, so the metal is very close together inside. So I don't want this thing to fall down in there. So get your piece of painter's tape, masking tape, put that on there, on your socket, and then push down on your bolt head. And let's go ahead and take this bolt out. And let's be very careful. Okay, so you can see how that works. It holds it in there. Bolt there that we just took out. Give you a good shot of it. Okay. Alright. Anyway guys, you can take this this here rubber seal. It's going down in there as you saw earlier. Just pull it on out and you get it out of your way. Now here comes the tricky part. Now if you look right here, you're going to see this little white keeper. Now this keeper is holding this here guide in. So the trick is, or I should say, what we're going to try to do, get your rag, get your pliers, put on there, and what we're going to do is we're going to raise this piece up, this little white piece of plastic. And if I can get up under there. And at the same time that we're holding that up, we want to lift this here up. Okay, there he goes. So you just raise them up. And then once you get them up and released, I don't know why, then we should be able to, okay, take them right on out. Yeah, little stop. And then there's a little pin right there. Okay, this is what this looks like. So you can get a shot of it. Okay. There we go. Okay guys, what we're going to do now, they want us to remove this here inner seal for the window. Now what I've done is I've taped it up here to protect the paint finish. And I got my zip clip tool. I'm going to see how well that'll work. So just kind of get up under there, just lift it, yeah, it's raising up, and just kind of work your way down. I'm going to continue this process until we get this here off. I'll catch you guys here in the next shot. Alright, once you get this thing broken loose, alright, then you just pull it out. I'll give you a shot of that. it's on there pretty snug, so this zip clip tool worked really great. And also, as you're prying this thing up, you're going to get more and more paint exposed, so start putting your tape back up in there so you don't get this here thing scratched up, okay? We're ready to take the glass out. It says pull it upward and inward towards the door. So, let's see how that'll work. Alright, there's the glass out. Alright, next step, let's take this here guide rail out. And this guide rail goes down, down, and as I mentioned earlier, it's part of this down here. I think what I'm going to start to do, I'm not sure exactly how it's secured up there, if it is or whatever, but I'm going to start down here. There's a plug. Okay, let's take that plug out. There's a bolt in here to secure in the bottom of this here guide rail. This bolt right here is it's got a 10 millimeter head on it. Alright, there's that bolt that just came out from there. Looks just like the previous bolt that came from up here. Hey guys, once you get the bolt out, just kind of lift it out from the bottom, separate it from this here groove, and then up here at the top. The manual says that some there's a screw up here, some's a clip. So this looks like it's a clip, so then you just can pull it down. And then when you pull it down, we just take it out. Because remember, at this point right now, the door regulator, the window inner door panel should be still on the car. So that way we'll take it right up. There's a shot of that, so you can see what he looks like. Okay. Okay, now at this point we can finally get the door lock assembly out. There's two bolts for that. There's one here, there's one here. Now this is a 12-point Torx. This is what I'm using. Okay, you see it's a 12-point Torx. This here is going to be a M8. And I'm going to stick him in there. I got a flare wrench just to minimize any slippage. And now we're just going to take them out. Okay. Let's go up here, catch that one. Okay. Alright, I'll catch you guys in the next shot with the bolts about out. Okay, I'm taking out the last bolt right now. There you go, you see what it looks like. You see they got a little bit of Loctite on there. Manual does call to put Loctite on here, so we'll do that also. Now, you should just be able to slide this thing out. And there we go. There's our door lock assembly. Okay, I'm going to close this video out, and meanwhile we can work on this thing. Look at here. One thing, look right there. I think maybe this is where our problem is at. You see this plastic right here for the bracket? Take a good look. You see it's split, it's broke. Remember we had two of these here broke. So here it is, this thing looks like he was just sitting there flapping around. Rod is right there close, so looks like we're going to need to get another bracket here. Alright guys, I appreciate y'all watching, and you guys take care, and we'll continue the ongoing saga here.